Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. Understanding DNS client events. DNS, Domain Name System, is a crucial component of the Internet, translating human-friendly domain names into IP addresses that machines use to identify each other. DNS client events refer to various actions that occur in the DNS client service, such as DNS queries, responses, and error handling. Understanding these events can help in troubleshooting network issues, enhancing performance, and implementing custom DNS solutions. Overview of DNS client events. The key events in a DNS client context include: 1. DNS query initiation, when a client requests a domain name resolution. 2. DNS response reception, when the client receives a response from the DNS server. 3. Error handling, when a query fails due to various reasons, example timeout, server unreachable. 4. Caching mechanism, storing DNS responses for faster subsequent queries. 5. Timeouts and retries, handling cases where the DNS server does not respond in a timely manner. Code example. This example will demonstrate a simple DNS client using Python. We will use the socket library to send DNS queries and handle responses. Additionally, we will use DNSPython, a powerful DNS toolkit for Python for more complex DNS queries. Prerequisites. Make sure you have Python installed along with the DNSPython library. You can install it using pip. Simple DNS client. Here's a basic example of a DNS client that performs a DNS query and handles the response. Explanation of the code. 1. Import libraries. We import DNS.resolver for DNS querying and DNS.exception for handling different exceptions that might occur. 2. Function query_DNS. This function takes a domain name as input and performs a DNS query. DNS query, we use resolver.resolve, to perform a DNS query for the specified domain to fetch records. Response handling, if the response is successful, we print the IP addresses. If there are issues, like no answer, domain does not exist, or timeout, we handle these exceptions appropriately. 3. Main block, we set a domain name to query and call the query_DNS function. Running the example. To run the example, save the code to a file named dns_client.py and execute it with Python. You should see output indicating the result of the DNS query for example.com. Conclusion. The above example provides a basic understanding of how to handle DNS client events in Python. By using the DNSPython library, we can easily query DNS records and handle various events that occur during the process. This can be expanded further to include more advanced features like asynchronous queries, caching mechanisms, and more complex DNS records handling.